Welcome back, and let's get started on what it looks like within the Adobe Connect meeting. So you see here, this is the basic template. This is the one I like and I prefer, and we will go and discuss these tabs up here first, and then we'll get into each of the pods while discussing them. So first, when you come in here, what I like to do is I like to go to the meeting, and if I know that I'm going to record this for future use for kind of an on-demand lecture, regardless if it's for a live meeting or not, I always hit record meeting. All right, this is where you actually get to name that lecture for that week. If you want to give it a specific name, or if you just want to say, for my purposes, I'm going to say Connect 205 week 1. Okay, so, and then you can give it a brief summary here if you want. And that's self-explanatory. Hit OK, and then you see the red little dot pop up, and it says record meeting. Meeting session is being recorded, and if you want to, you can stop the recording right there. But as long as you see the red dot, that means your session is being recorded. In order to stop it, you can hit the red dot, and then it'll give that little bubble back up there, and it'll give you the option to stop recording. Just hover away from there, and that will go away in a moment. Or you can go to meeting, and you can hit record meeting again, and it'll stop the recording there. So, other features under the meeting tab, you can change your role from host to presenter participant if you'd like. Manage the access entry. You can block guests if you need to. Not too much reason for that per se. Preferences, if you need to get into them to maybe look at some of your audio or video settings, that would be where you would go to for those. But really, all you need to worry about for the sake of just getting ready for the, again, basic necessities for the tutorial is record meeting. Okay, and then also when you end the meeting, this is where you would end the meeting and exit Adobe Connect. Layouts. All right. So when we got into this is the default template, is what I like to call it, and it's called the sharing. And you have a couple other options: discussion and collaboration. You can reset the layouts. You can manage them. You can create a new one, obviously. But again, I like this one. Notice how you have sharing, discussion, collaboration here. Well, you can click on them here, and they move this way. Or if you want to, notice here on the right-hand side of the meeting room, you have those 3 templates right there. You can click there. It shows you which one you have. You can click on collaboration. Differences on them, again, on the sharing, you have a big share pod. Okay, these are called pods. Each one of these are pods. The sharing one, again, allows you to do sharing PowerPoints, sharing your desktop, and sharing a whiteboard. Again, it's just my preference. This is the one I like. Discussion-wise, your webcam is a little bigger, your attendees list is a little longer, notes, you have a poll feature, and again, you can manipulate your templates any way you want to. Okay, so in collaboration, again, you can see maybe you want the whiteboard bigger. But say you wanted to get rid of the note pod on the sharing one. All right, well, there's a little drop down arrow on the upper right hand of each pod, right there, right there, right there, and all you have to do is click on it, hide, all right, and it disappears. Say you want it back. You say, okay, well, actually, I do need a notes one. So you go up to pods right here on this tab, and it gives you a list of which ones you can have. You can add a poll in this pod if you'd like. Again, this is template that it does not come with it. Okay, your poll one is actually in your discussion one. But say you need a note one, you can just go down to note, and it will reappear. All right, but for this purpose, I don't need it, so I'm going to hide it. Rearranging your pods within that viewing template, okay, within this layout. Pretty simple. All you need to do is, it's just like moving any other browser or anything else that you have on your computer. Say you want your chat maybe to move down, so you just grab it in the gray area, and you can move it anywhere you want to, all right? So say you want it to move down to there, and see how those line grids kind of show up to help you kind of manage where they go, and help you kind of snap it into place. Attendees list. Maybe you know that you're going to have quite a few attendees, and so you want to make room for them all so you can see who's all in there at once. Just grab the edges, just like you would on anything else normally. You can go to the corner if you want to expand it out that way, keep it proportional, or if you just go to the edges there, you can just pull it down. And you can let it go and it'll snap in there. All right. Notice that your name will be under host, okay? And anyone who has access to that URL for the live meeting will actually be able to log in, depending on how you do it. Either if you have them set up as a guest and you have to accept them, then up here in the upper right hand, you'll have a little kind of like the black box shown here for recording. It'll actually pop up and it'll say, again, John Doe is wanting to enter the meeting room. Do you accept or decline? And it'll give you a check arrow to accept, X to decline. And therefore, once you decide what you want to do, if you hit accept, John Doe's name would appear under participants, okay? And then everyone else too. If they don't have to, if you choose not to choose the accept on the access page, and they just, whoever has the URL, as soon as they type in the URL, you'll see their name pop up, okay? And again, you'll see all of them under participants. Now say you have a participant that you want them to be able to have mic control or webcam control, and they're going to be presenting something. Say I'm a person that just wants to enter your meeting room. I go to, and you send out the link. We are Connect 205. All right, so that person is going to see the meeting room. On those settings, we had it, whoever has the URL can enter. And since I'm still signed in as myself, it's going to act as I'm a host, so I'm going to be able to have my capabilities. But what I did was just set me as one as a host and my Jeremy Gomez 2 as a participant. So you will see your list of participants, okay? And say you want them to have access, so you can, here's your options. You can start a private chat. All you do is hover over their name, by the way. If you hover over their name and come over here, you can start a private chat, enable audio, enable video, request screen share, make host, make presenter. And just all you got to do is come over there and you can select whichever one. So if you say make a presenter, you just click on it and see how I now move into the presenter column, okay? And then you can tell them to make a participant, all right? And that's how you manage your participants on the attendees list. Next, again, chat. You can chat with everyone, or again, if you hover over them, you can start a private chat with them, so you can have, no one else can see them. You have other options in chat. You can start a chat with hosts, presenters, attendees. Again, change your text size, the color, and things like that. So you can do it that way. Next, the audio. Here for hosts, you have the ability right away, if you want to, you can give rights for participants. As soon as they log into the meeting, you can give them rights to it. Again, without having to go over to them, hover over them, and enable their audio and their video. Okay. Next up, we have, you see this green icon, that's the speaker. That means that your speakers are working. So if you did have someone talking back and forth to you, you would be able to hear them. And that's always going to, that's automatically, as long as you have speakers hooked up to your computer, which you should, then that's always going to be green. If you hit it once, it'll just click off and they're going to be muted basically. You hit it again, they're activated. The next thing, very important, is your microphone. Okay, here is how you enable it. You just hover over it right there, or on the drop down it says connect my audio, or if you just hold on to it or just click on, sorry, it'll go green, but yet you see down here it gives you a little Adobe Flash Player setting pop up. All that's saying is, hey, we noticed that you have a microphone, you're asking to enable it, do you want to? And you say yes. Then if you need to mute your mic, all you do is you hit on that green icon and it'll come with a little slash in there and it says it's muted. So if you need to unmute it, again, all you do is click it. Okay? For the webcam, same concept. All you do is you click on it right there, and don't mind this. That's just because I have my webcam already up and running. What you'll see is actually that pop-up window like you did for the microphone saying, hey, we see that you're trying to enable your webcam. Do you want this act to happen? And all you hit is allow, and then it'll come up. Okay. What's going to happen then is in this box right here under camera and voice pod, this is where you'd actually see yourself. Okay. Don't get fooled though. You might see yourself and think, oh great, it's working. You have to actually start sharing your webcam in order for your participants to see you and for the recording to pick it up. Again, see how up in the upper right hand right here it says preview. So be cautious of that and be mindful that, yes, even though you might see yourself, you're not sharing your webcam yet until you hit start sharing. Okay, so you hit start sharing, and then again you would actually see yourself in this window right here if, again, my webcam is actually on another program as opposed to right now you would be seeing it in this pod. So, and then you are good to go. Alrighty, if you wanted to stop it, you would just click on it again, and then if you wanted to, you could start my webcam. Again, you'd have to go through the previewing, make sure that's what you want, you go to start sharing, and theoretically your webcam would be viewing right here. Okay, and best practices, some instructors like having the talking head the entire time during their presentation, during giving their lecture. Others, that at the very beginning they give an introduction and they're using their webcam to say, hey, thanks for joining the meeting, or thanks for watching this lecture. Today we're going to discuss XYZ. Let's get started. And then what they would do is they would go ahead and turn off their webcam so that the student themselves are not focusing really on the talking head, but really they're only focusing on the content that's provided. Okay. Either way, we have instructors that do both styles. So go ahead and again make sure start sharing, which you might see yourself, but you need to actually hit start sharing in order to record your webcam, or so that other people can see it. The raising hand, the set status, again, here, these are the options that all your participants have as well. Raise hand, agree, disagree, and so forth. Just be diligent enough. Say you're sharing your screen. If you're sharing your screen, you'll have a pop-up bubble saying John Doe raises hand, and you'll just have to address that issue. And then even on the chat, if they're chatting to you, you will see if you're actually sharing your desktop, you won't see this chat box per se, but they will have a little chat bubble pop up saying John Doe says, and then it'll say what he's saying, and then you can address what he is asking. So next up, we will go into more detail about the share pod coming up in the next tutorial.